of Morris County, but now I represent 4 towns in West Essex, and I'm really privileged and happy to be doing that with my running mate Betty Lou DeCrose and State Senator Joe Panaccio. So it really is a pleasure for us to be representing new towns and making new friends. Congratulations on 25.
Assemblyman.
You have 25 more in you? Sign them up, he says. Listen, have a great night. Thank you for having me.
I'd like to introduce Assemblyman Thomas Giblin.
I felt it was important to stop by this evening and pay my respect to Mayor Joe Tempesta. I live in West Caldwell. I sleep in Montclair. Quite seriously, I'm in West Caldwell every day of the week with my job. It's a great community. People who live here, people who do business in the township know when they have a jewel. And in no small measure, it's a tribute to the leadership you've enjoyed over the last 25 years through Joe Tempesta's efforts. Joe is a tremendous individual. He does great work over in East Hanover and, of course, in a lot of different capacities that he served over the years. You know, he's half the man he used to be, you know. And this job, I don't know if it's putting too much of a burden on him, but seriously, Joe, I'm proud to call you a friend. Joe's roots, you know, his father was a member of the operating engineers, Local 94 in New York City, and he keeps reminding me that he might want to come into Local 68 one day when he retires and wants to get a job where he has to work real hard. But seriously, Joe, I wish you the best, good health, happiness, and you've made West Caldwell a great place that it is. Thank you.
I'm going to call up Paul Gemis to represent all the retired mayors.
Councilman Hladek from West Caldwell
Good
has
evening,
been the
everybody.
MC tonight.
I'm honored to represent the ex-mayors. I just want to tell you, Joe, think about it, with all the retired Republican ex-mayors in Essex County, how far down the barrel did they have to go to get the Democratic mayor of Caldwell to come up here? And I wouldn't be here if Councilman Hladek didn't offer a $10 free gift certificate to Chipotle. I've known Joe for 30 years. And we have spoken daily when we were the mayors together. It was almost a daily occurrence, and it was a fascinating occurrence. We rarely disagreed with each other. And even those disagreements were pleasant disagreements. But in the early days, it was kind of rough. Joe and I were rookie mayors together. And Joe wasn't the omnipotent mayor that he is today. Those were some rough times, and we used to call Joe the Rodney Dangerfield of mayors. And the reason for that, I'll give you 2 instances. One, for my mayor. He is that kind of a person. If he goes beyond just what it is for his community, because Joe understands my relationship with him, that we have a symbiotic relationship. That what's good for one community is usually good for another. And we've done a lot of things together that I can't get into now because it's too lengthy, and some things because I'll get sued. But I have enjoyed it. He has helped each and every one of us as ex-mayors who have served with Joe Tempesta have served our communities better because of what he did.
Very much, Paul. He was roasting the guests, too. He's pretty good. That's nice. That was free. Representing all the current mayors, I'd like to bring up Mayor Ed Abbott from Essex Fells.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Always hard to follow Paul Gemis. First of all, I really want to thank everyone for the opportunity to address you guys tonight about my dear friend, Joe Tempesta. It's hard to believe he's been in public service for 2,500 years, but it's still quite an accomplishment, and we appreciate that. I don't know about all of you, but when I got the notice about this event, did everyone first think, oh my God, he's retiring? And then you suddenly go, oh, he's not retiring, he's never going to retire. So it's really quite a great evening, and I'm glad you're all here in recognition of Joe, and rightfully so. Joe Tempesta is certainly the constant in West Caldwell. It's hard to think when he was 25, he started on the council then, and is still there and stuck with it all those years. And West Caldwell, I can tell you, was very lucky and blessed to have such a dedicated, smart, nice person, driven individual to serve her and her community. I'm honored to represent the current mayors in the West Essex area. And I can tell you sincerely from the bottom of my heart, this man serves not only as a role model to us all, but as a mentor and a teacher and someone who readily makes himself available to us. I don't work with him enough. I wish I did. Every time I see him, it's such a great opportunity to learn from him. He truly is a mayor's mayor. And as members of a select club with the former mayors and all, we stand together. And Joe is our president. Of that club, he is definitely the president. I always say, Joe is a real mayor. Now, over in Essex Fells, EF, the Enchanted Forest, I love my town. I love my town. And I love going to mayor meetings, because I walk in one time, and this is also a true story. Walk in one time, and Joe is probably talking to Mayor Jim, I don't know, and I think, oh, this is, I gotta be the mayor. So I kind of go over and I'm nodding my head, and they're talking police contracts and sewerage issues and negotiations, and I'm just kind of keeping up, and Joe looks at me and goes, oh, that's great. He goes, what's going on in Essex Fells? And I said, the pond committee planted these trees. The airwaves.
This is Joe Tempesta Jr., who's a senior in school in Massachusetts.
I just want to start off by thanking everyone for coming. It's people like yourselves that make West Caldwell such a great place to live. I'm proud to have grown up there. I especially want to thank Council President Hladek. I don't think that the Township of West Caldwell could ask for a better leader. He's passionate, hardworking, and one thing I could say about Joe Tempesta, the man, regardless of what was on his plate, what he had to do, he always had time for his family, and he always had time to make it to, sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, to make it to all my ball games, and couldn't ask for a better father, and West Caldwell couldn't ask for a better leader. So Dad, congratulations on your 25 years, and best of luck.
A member of the West Caldwell County Committee, and a great friend to the Mayor, Bob Rubino.
Standing ovation for Mayor Joseph Tempesta of West Caldwell.
Holy cow. Wow. A lot of guys think I'm retiring tonight, don't you? That's why I got that round of applause. Surprise. What a thrill that was to have. That's the first time my son ever introduced me, and Joey, I love you. Thank you. I want to say right off the bat to thank my family, Joey and Ann, for standing behind me and all these. We're married 25 years in June, by the way, my wife. So, and my mom, one of my biggest cheerleaders. Mom, thank you for always being there for me, and my sisters here, my brothers, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law. It starts with the family, right, ladies and gentlemen, and we have a great family. And my dad, I know he's looking down. He would have turned 84 yesterday if he was alive, but I think he's looking down right now. He's probably saying something in Italian under his breath, which for those of you who understand Italian, I will not repeat. But we miss him. And a tremendous thrill and a treat for Bobby Rubino, who I want you to know, he is a dear friend for 40 years. He has never gone to a public or a political or event as long as I've been in office. So this is a complete shock and surprise to me. Where are you, by the way? And he's absolutely right. Bobby, I love you like a brother, and we have probably broken bread 3,000 or 4,000 times, and that is not an exaggeration. And I can't thank Eddie Abbott, Paul Gemis, great people, all of my colleagues that are here from the surrounding area. We all work very, very well together. People make up a community, and that's what's so great about our community of West Caldwell. It takes a lot of people to make a great community, and there's a lot here tonight that I thank from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't do without you. I am just a caretaker It is a privilege and an honor to serve. I love doing it. I haven't lost that zest to do it. I would tell you I served with a lot of great people, you know, the Janet Mays of the world and Bill Paynes, the late Janet and Bill. I mean, they were great people. I miss them dearly. Bobby Michelle is here tonight. Joe Fisher, I served with them. My great advisors, I know Ben Martirana has moved down to Maryland. Bobby Poppy's here tonight. We did a lot of meetings together, a lot of decisions we have to make. Two people that I miss dearly. They could both be second fathers to me. My late friend Bob Rubino Sr. and Sid Ludwig. They were tremendous advisors and friends to me, and I miss them to this day. But kudos to the backbone of this community, which are all the people here, all of the hundreds of volunteers that serve on boards, our volunteer firemen, Chief Alvine, good luck and congratulations to you, our new volunteer fire chief, first aid squad members. You know, and I can't, also, we have some very, very vital business partners here tonight. I mean, Ned Gladstein and his family, I mean, God bless them. They come from great families and they have great businesses in our community. From David Sidmans of the world, from Pella, Howie Jacobs. I don't know if Howie walked in. Howie sent the note that he was going to come. From R&R Marketing, Steve Serenian from West Essex, Sunoco. Victor Jew, my good friend this year, from WNBC. Thank you for being here. Matt Dancy, Garrett Jones, running Dancy Funeral Home. I'm not ready yet. But these people, they all have great families in their own right and great businesses, and they're great partners because they give back to the community as well. And not only are they cooperative with us, but they're just great people and great families in their own right. And all of the colleagues that are from the surrounding towns, my own colleagues on the council, they're all here tonight. They're all good people. Every one of them, I'm so grateful and thankful. You know, I can go on. It's a long time. The buffet's waiting, and the place is probably mad at me. Jody, I'm sorry. I know we screwed the whole thing up, but you know, guys, like I want to say Ronnie Skopak, our businessman, and Dr. Girardi, great people, great careers, who are leaving the West Cole Board of Education at the end of June, retired. They deserve a round of applause. You know, part of a stable community starts a lot of times with the school. And our schools have been very, very stable through the years. And they were a tremendous part of it. Between the two of them, I think they served 40 and 30 years respectively. And always got along with us. And as far as I'm concerned, my son went through the system. I went for a couple of years before I went to St. Al's. I went to Wilson School. I will tell you, it's a big part of our community, and I thank you both for your. I know I want to say so many other things, but from the bottom of my heart, I thank all of you for being here tonight. I want to congratulate and thank Stan Hladek, Council President, and Tom O'Hearn for really kind of putting this shindig together tonight. I'm going to tell you that our council, and I serve with a lot of good council people, but our current council is a very, very strong council, and I love working with all of them. And I'm very happy to report tonight that both Stan and Tom have been re-endorsed to run again. They have my undying support, and I will tell you, you can't find two better gentlemen to represent this community this November. Please pull their lever. Because between the two of them, by the way, they have 8 children. So, single-handedly, they're half a classroom. And, yeah, they're getting the money's worth out of that tax bill, though, pal. Let me tell you that. I got 1, you got 8. What am I missing here? But another dear friend I want to mention that's here tonight, he's my boss, Joe Panullo. Mayor, why don't you stand up for a minute from East Hanover? And Joe and I have become very, very close. You know, each day he's in the office. So you talk about a mayor.
day. He's here every day, you know, for a lousy whatever they pay him, which is nothing I can tell you because I signed the check, but he doesn't make very much. But he is a great mayor, but more importantly, he has taught me a few things. And I will tell you, East Hanover is a great community. I'm very thankful, Mayor, for the opportunity to work there. And you know that I love you. And talk about somebody who stands up for his principles. There's nobody better than Joe Panulo. So, Joe, I thank you for being here.
Well, as being a longtime friend, the other thing that, you know, Bobby mentioned was that him, as well as I, were the mayor's best man at his wedding, which constituted the largest wedding party on an altar of all time. It was actually lopsided a little bit. So it is my distinct honor, and I've known the mayor through his entire political campaign and campaigns. We've, you know, from the time, and I think Bobby also alluded to this, from the time he was about 24 years old, we referred to him as the mayor. And when we were running around still with our boxers on our heads in college, he was running for election. And it's been a long, long time that he served the community well. And a lot of people really don't understand the length of service that he's put in and how much time he puts in. This is a very active, it would be almost like a full-time job there. And now he's a full-time administrator. So I'm going to just read it, and I can read it because I don't need glasses. The other thing is, out of Bobby, Joe, and myself, I am the oldest by about a month. The governing body congratulates you on 25 years of dedicated service to the Township of West Caldwell. We hope you and Ann can find the time to get away for an overnight stay and dinner on us. Now, Dan, I did say, did we check with Ann first? They said it was okay. We picked a place on your behalf, and all you have to do is tell us when you're going. Again, congratulations, and thanks for all you do. It's great to have you as a mayor, still continue to have you as a mayor.